Look around you. It's in your windows, your phone screen, even your drinking cup. Glass is so common we barely notice it. But what if I told you that this see-through wonder started as a complete accident? For thousands of years, glass was a rare, mysterious, and highly prized material. It was a secret born from the fusion of sand and fire. How did we go from cloudy colored beads to the crystal clear sheets that define our modern world? Stay tuned. Welcome to Origin of Things. Today we're pulling back the curtain on one of humanity's most revolutionary inventions, glass. We'll uncover how this fragile, glowing substance transformed from a decorative luxury into an indispensable building block of civilization. Long before humans ever dreamed of making it, nature was already the master glassmaker. When volcanoes erupted, the molten lava would cool rapidly, forming obsidian, a sharp, dark, natural glass. And when lightning strikes sand, it can create fulgurites, which are glassy tubes. It wasn't until about 4,000 to 5,000 years ago in ancient Mesopotamia and Egypt that human ingenuity entered the picture. Early artisans noticed something magical happening in their kilns. Certain slags from metalworking or superheated sand would melt and cool into a shiny new material. From this accidental discovery, they started crafting small beads, glazes for pottery, and tiny decorative objects. These early pieces were often green or blue, filled with impurities and bubbles. They had a certain beauty, but clarity? That was still a distant dream. In its infancy, glass was pure luxury. Its first job wasn't to be looked through, but to be looked at. Artisans created intricate beads, amulets, and inlays for furniture and jewelry. The ancient Egyptians were particularly skilled, creating a material called faience, a precursor to glass, to mimic precious stones like turquoise and lapis lazuli. Owning a glass object wasn't about utility. It was a bold statement. It signaled power, wealth, and a connection to the mystical. These small, colorful treasures were the super bling of the ancient world, reserved for pharaohs and the elite. As craftsmen grew more ambitious, their techniques evolved. One of the first major breakthroughs was core forming. Imagine building a small sculpture out of clay and dung, then dipping it repeatedly into molten glass. Once it cooled, you'd scrape out the core, leaving a hollow vessel, a small bottle or jar. It was painstaking work. Later, casting and polishing allowed for smoother surfaces and more refined shapes, like bowls and plates. But even with these advancements, producing a single glass object was incredibly slow and expensive. Glass remained a rare commodity, accessible only to the wealthiest echelons of society. The idea of a glass window was still pure science fiction. Then, around the 1st century BC, everything changed. In the region of modern-day Syria, a craftsman, whose name is lost to history, had a groundbreaking idea. Instead of building a vessel around a core, what if you could inflate it like a balloon? This was the birth of glass blowing. By gathering a blob of molten glass on the end of a hollow pipe and blowing into it, artisans could create vessels with incredible speed and control. Suddenly, what took hours could be done in minutes. This single invention completely revolutionized the industry. The variety of shapes exploded, from simple bottles to elegant vases. Production soared, and for the first time, glass became more affordable, starting its journey from the palaces of kings to the homes of ordinary people. For most of its history, glass was not transparent. It was colored, opaque, or translucent at best. The Romans were the first to experiment with window panes, casting glass into flat, rectangular molds. These early windows were thick, bubbly, and distorted the view, but they let in light while keeping out the wind and rain, a huge step forward. The real pursuit of transparency, however, was perfected centuries later in Venice. Guarding their secrets fiercely on the island of Murano, Venetian glassmakers developed cristallo, a type of glass so clear and colorless it resembled rock crystal. This breakthrough allowed for the creation of delicate goblets, mirrors, and magnificent chandeliers. This shift from colored luxury to transparent utility was the true beginning of the transparent revolution. The world was about to get a whole lot brighter. Fast forward to the Industrial Revolution. The demand for glass skyrocketed, and making it by hand was no longer enough. The 19th and 20th centuries brought a wave of automation, machines that could pull, roll, and cast enormous sheets of glass. But the game changer arrived in the 1950s with the invention of the float glass process. This ingenious method involves floating molten glass on a bed of molten tin. Gravity and surface tension work their magic, creating a perfectly flat, uniform sheet with no need for grinding or polishing. This made large, clear panes of glass incredibly cheap and consistent. Suddenly, huge windows in homes, massive glass facades on skyscrapers, car windshields, and greenhouses became not just possible, but commonplace. The world as we know it, full of light and open spaces, is a direct result of this innovation. And we didn't stop there. Today, glass is a high-tech material. We have tempered glass in our shower doors that shatters into safe, blunt pieces. Laminated safety glass in our car windshields that holds together on impact. Your smartphone screen is likely made of chemically strengthened glass that's incredibly resistant to scratches and drops. And let's not forget optical fibers, hair-thin strands of pure glass that carry the internet's data across oceans at the speed of light. From architecture to technology to medicine, glass is everywhere, constantly being reinvented to be stronger, clearer, and more versatile than ever before. Glass didn't just change our buildings, it changed our way of life. It brought light into our homes, connecting us with the outside world while protecting us from the elements. It gave us mirrors to see ourselves and lenses to see the universe. It became a powerful symbol. Think of the stories told in stained glass windows or the modern ideals of transparency in business and government. But this progress has its trade-offs. Manufacturing glass is an energy-intensive process, and while it's endlessly recyclable, not all of it makes its way back into the furnace. It's a reminder that even our most transparent technologies have hidden costs. So the next time you look through a window, swipe across your phone, or admire a gleaming skyscraper, take a moment. Remember that this simple, elegant material wasn't a given. It was born from volcanic fire, human curiosity, and thousands of years of relentless innovation. It's a testament to our quest to not just see the world, but to see through it. Thanks for watching Origin of Things. If you enjoyed peeling back the layers of this transparent revolution, give this video a like and subscribe for more stories behind the stuff of our lives. Now I want to hear from you. What modern invention origin story are you curious about? Let me know in the comments below.